Good morning, all. Able to hear me?
Hi, good morning, Naveen. Yes, we can able to hear you.
Thank you. Yesterday, we have started document splitting part and we have done the active splitting. Correct? Any questions in active splitting? So we know that there are three types of splitting methods. There are three types of splittings. One is active splitting, zero balance splitting, and passive splitting, right? So SAP default provided document splitting methods, that is 0000, 8 zeros and 1 2. So in this particular, all the rules and regulations are predefined by SAP, and it is divided into document types, right? And this is standard document types, as I mentioned earlier also. 58 document types are standard. We don't need to do any configuration for document types. And here we are going to do the configuration for item categories and GL accounts. And when it comes to three types of splittings, one is active splitting, zero balance splitting, and passive splitting. So what do you mean by an active splitting? Right, we have two views. One is entry view and GL view, as we discussed from since long back. So what do you mean by active splitting? Whatever transaction the user enters, whatever transaction the user enters, in the same way the splitting will happen. In the same way the splitting means, for example, salaries account debited to cash account. So in the debit line, the user has given amount, business area, profit center. Okay, when it comes to GL view, it will update it in three different views. Yesterday we saw, right? One is standard ledger, SAP standard ledger, and user defined ledgers, IFRS ledger and US GAAP ledger. So it will be split into three ledgers with three different currencies. So whatever entry we have mentioned, in the same way it will be updated in three different ledgers in three different currencies. Clear? But we have given the business area and profit center only on debit line, but it will be updated from debit to credit and credit to debit. For example, you have entered the business area and profit center credit line and you have ignored debit line. Then automatically in GL view, whatever document splitting we have done, automatically it will be updated from credit to debit or debit to credit. Clear? And the segment will be retrieved, okay, from profit center. We won't mention in entry level anywhere the segment part. Automatically the segment will be linked to profit center, and that will be trigger, the segment will be triggered from the profit center. Is that clear? Any questions here? So that is called active splitting, means the splitting happens according to the entry of the transaction. Then that splitting is known as an active splitting. Any questions in this? Any questions? Activation of document splitting will be at which level? Activation of document splitting will be at which level? Hello. Yesterday we discussed, right? Activation of document splitting. Prasad.
Client level.
Client level. What do you mean by client level? What do you mean by client level? Quick, because we are running short of time. What do you mean by client level? Dayakar. See, client level in the sense, for example, if we activate document splitting, so we are working under client call 800, right? So once we activate document splitting, then whatever company codes are there under 800 client, it will be activated for all companies and all company codes. That is called client level. For example, I am having 3 company codes in my client, for example, BI01, BI02, BU01. Correct? So what is my user requirement is, my client requirement is document splitting need to be there, work for BA01 and BA02 company codes, for not for BU01. But when I activate, it will applicable for 3 company codes, the document splitting. Clear? But what is my client requirement is the document splitting to be activated only for 2 company codes, not for the 3rd company code. Then if any company code doesn't want to use the document splitting part, then we can do the deactivation only at company code level. At company code level. So remember this interview point of view question. Again, I'm reiterating. The document splitting will be at client level. What do you mean by client level? If we activate once the document splitting, then whatever clients are, whatever companies and company codes are there under that particular client. So for all the companies and company codes, the document splitting will be activated. Clear? But any specific company code doesn't want to use the feature of document splitting, then we can deactivate. The deactivation will be at company code level. Clear? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So yesterday we saw activation splitting in 2 different scenarios. One scenario, one debit line and one credit line. And next scenario, we saw 2 debit lines with sundry creditor. That is nothing but trade payables. So how it's going to be split in GL view. So here I have written advertisement account debited, security charges account debited, 60,000, 40,000, total to XYZ trading company 1 lakh. Business area Hyderabad, profit center, 2 different profit centers. So how it's going to be split in your GL view, in the sense automatically it will split because we have splitted activated document splitting. Okay, so here advertisement account debited, 2 lines it will be get updated, 2 trade payables for 60,000 1 line item and 40,000 1 more line item. So here instead of sundry creditor or whatever name, party name, it will be updated as in trade payables. Earlier it used to update it as an, in classic GL version, it used to update as in sundry creditors, 2 sundry creditors. But here no more we are calling them as in sundry creditors, we are calling them as in trade payables. Clear? So 2 trade payables. So here we have updated business area and profit center only on debit line, not on the credit line. But it has copied from debit to credit, business area, profit center has copied from debit to credit, and segment is derived from the profit center for both the lines, debit and credit. And again, 1 more line will be created for 40,000, that is security charges. It's another expense, indirect expense. So security charges account debited 40,000 to trade payables. In the same way, business area is updated from debit to credit, profit center updated from debit to credit. Okay, and segment is derived from profit center. So this split, we call it as an active splitting. Any questions on this? Yes, no?
No, Naveen.
Yeah. So put a heading as in, next splitting. What is the other splitting we have? What is the second splitting? After active splitting? How many types of splitting?
3 types.
One is active, second one?
Zero balance.
Zero balance, and third one?
Passive.
So don't forget these splittings. So write down zero balance splitting. Put a heading as in zero balance splitting. Zero balance splitting. Zero balance splitting. Heading zero balance splitting. This splitting will trigger, write down, this splitting will trigger, this splitting will trigger, this splitting will trigger where debit balance, where debit balance is not matching with, where debit balance is not matching with credit balance, where debit balance is not matching with credit balance at business area level, at business area level, profit center level, business area level, profit center level, or segment level, or segment level. Comma, system will trigger, comma, system will trigger, system will trigger zero balance clearing account, zero balance clearing account, zero balance clearing account, zero balance clearing account to equalize, to equalize debits, balances, and credit balances. Debits and credits or else instead of balance. Debits and credits. So for example, I'll show you what does it mean. Zero balance splitting. I'll write scenario 1. So this is scenario 1, entry view. Wages account. Debited 50,000. Okay. So here, business area, BHYD, and profit center, B1000. B1000. So on the credit line, to bank outgoing account, outgoing 50,000, profit center BHYD B1100. So here, where debit balance is not matching with the credit balance, at which level? At which level it is not matching? This is business area. And this is profit center. At which level the debit is not equals to credit? Yeah, by looking at this transaction. See here, wages account debited to credit, amount is matching, There is no issue. But business area debit line, it is showing Hyderabad, and credit line is also showing Hyderabad. But where it is mismatching here?
Profit center.
Profit center, because debit profit center is showing something different and credit profit center is showing something different. So wherever it will check business area, debit and credit, is it equal or not, same or not? And profit center, is it same or not? If profit center or business area or segment is not equal, then the zero balance ledger will be get triggered. So for example, how it's going to be triggered in the sense, in GL view, so in GL view, how many things it will be appear? What are the ledgers it will be appear? What are the ledgers we have?
0L, BX,
0L.
BY.
Next,
BX, BY,
BX is for IFRS
IFRS,
and BY is for
US GAAP reporting.
US GAAP. And what are the currencies we have?
Document currency,
Local currency, hard currency.
First, document currency, because it will be updated because you have received an Australian dollar invoice. So we will punch in Australian dollar. So that is called document currency, and it will convert it into
local currency,
local currency, and it will convert it into
hard currency.
hard currency. Okay, so 3 into 3. Okay, how it is going to be updated? So I'll just take this. So here it's a normal entry view. So here it will be split into two parts, like for example, B cement. Two. So automatically it will trigger zero balance clearing account. Clearing account. Zero balance clearing account at business area level. So here it will be trigger 50,000. So it will take the same okay. Now again it will see, this is for profit center, debit and credit. Now it's equal. Now for credit line, it will take a adjustment entry for debit line as zero balance clearing account. Zero balance clearing account. $50,000. Hyderabad. So here it will take B1100. See here. What it is doing? It is splitting. See here. Earlier it was wages account debited to bank outgoing account. But here profit center was not equal. It's not balanced, not equal. So when we will create the zero balance clearing account, automatically we won't give this entry. We won't give this entry. We won't write. We will give only this particular entry. That's it. But automatically system will create this particular entry like wages account debited. Okay, because the profit centers are not equal. Profit centers are not equal. So then what it will do is automatically it will trigger zero balance clearing account. Zero balance clearing account. It will trigger zero balance clearing account and it will update debit profit center and credit profit center equally. Clear? And here also the same thing. Here it's knocking off now. It's knocking off. What is happening? Wages account debited. So debit profit center and credit profit center are equal now. Now here again, zero balance clearing account, 50,000. Okay. Earlier credit was B1100. Earlier credit was B1100. So automatically it was adjusted to debit line. Adjusted to debit line as in B1100 profit center, and credit is also 1100. So cement. Any questions on this? Okay, how it's going to be updated? Just write it down the scenario. So debit to credit, it is updating. So when zero question, again interview point of view question, when zero balance ledger account will be get triggered, means whenever the debit balance is not equals to credit at business area level, profit center level and segment level, then automatically the zero balance clearing account will be get triggered. Any questions? Anyone have a questions on this, please? Yes, no. No. Here, which level it is not equal?
Profit center level.
Profit center level. So now the system automatically making both are equal profit center levels. So it is automatically adjusted to credit profit center for B1000 and debit profit center for B1100. So we have not created yet the profit center and this particular part. After document splitting this one, we will do this profit center part. We have not defined a profit center creation as of now. Just write it down. Once you're done, let me know. We'll see one more scenario. Once you're done, please let me know. Is it done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will see scenario 2. Scenario 2. Entry view. Okay, so here I am doing one more. Salary account. Debited. Salary account debited. 25,000. Business area. PHYD. Profit center. Corporate profit center. So two salaries payable. $25,000. BHYD. B9,000. So here it is. Business area. This is profit center. So what entry view here? So debit balance, where it is not equal. Sorry, it's not Hyderabad. What I'll do, I'll just make change to Guntur business area. We have Guntur business area. So where it is not equal,
Business area level.
business area level. So how the document splitting will happen? So GL view. GL view. Again, same thing. What are the ledgers? What are the ledgers?
0L, BX,
LOL, SAP standard ledger. Next one,
BX.
BX is nothing but what? Just remind,
IF.
complete. IFR
IFRS.
and
BY.
US GAAP, correct?
Yes, no.
And what are the currencies we have?
Document currency.
Document currency,
Local currency.
local currency,
Hard currency.
hard currency. Means the splitting in the reports also you will get in the same way. So that's the reason I'm insisting you to read the same. Okay. Okay. Hard currency, right? Hard currency. Now tell me, what would be the GLV? How it will be split? How it will be split? You understood, right? The above one. So now which level it will be get split? Right?
In prof,
Sorry.
in business area level, it will split, sir.
So how it will be show?
So it will show like a salaries account data debit.
Sorry.
So
So here
zero
what
balance
it will be
clearing,
show? Debit line, it will be the same.
zero balance clearing,
Yes, exactly. Zero balance,
25,000.
zero balance, clearing, account,
25,000.
25,000.
BHYD,
So here debit is adjusting with the credit at business area level, BHYD, and profit center will not be changed. It will be the same. And here, for example, segment is corporate segment. Next, how it will do? Next line.
So zero balance clearing.
Exactly. It will be debit now. Correct?
Yes, sir.
0 balance clearing account debited 25,000. Here,
BGNT.
sorry, Guntur.
Okay.
Business area Guntur. Now debit credit it adjusted with debit. B 9,000 and segment is derived B corporate. That's it. So here, earlier scenario we saw at profit center level, it was an issue. Debit is not equal. But in this scenario, we saw business area level, it was not equal. So the same thing now, just write it down as it is. For your understanding, I'm giving this arrows and all, how the flow in the system. Yes. Any questions? Here, it's a wrong arrow I have selected. Because it will be updated from debit to credit. Any questions? Yes, no. Able to hear me?
No.
Okay. Is it done?
Yes.
Next one, write down. Passive splitting, last splitting. Passive splitting. Passive splitting. Write down. Passive splitting will work. Write down. Passive splitting will work. Passive splitting will work based on dependent documents, based on dependent document, based on dependent document or reference document, or reference document, based on dependent document or dependency document or reference document. or reference document. Okay. So understood. What does it mean actually? Dependency document or reference document? Yes, no. See, what does it mean? For example, you posted one entry with the same details. Okay. You posted one entry with the same details. And after an hour, you came to know that you posted with the incorrect amount. You posted with the incorrect amount or incorrect GL or incorrect vendor. So what you will do? What we will do?
Will perform reversal activity.
Reversal entry. Reversal entry. See, normal. If it is paid, then we will post the credit memo, correct? If it is not paid, within an hour you came to know that. Then with which transaction code you will reverse it?
MR item.
If it is a material document, then MR item or else FB08. If it is a finance FI document, correct?
Yeah.
See, in MR item, do you give all the details?
No.
What are the details we will give normally?
Document number.
Document number, fiscal year.
Yeah.
Correct. So once if you post it, automatically see how the document number, then after reversal, the another document, the reversal document will be get generated. AB document type
Yeah.
for normally if it is GL, correct? Normal AB document number or reversal document number will be get generated. How the data will be from on which base the data will come into the reversal document from the main document, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
See, in MR item, we won't give any vendor number or any amount or anything. But automatically, when we give document number, automatically everything will be picked from the original document to the reversal entry. Means that type of splitting is based on reference document. What is the reference document here? The original document. Then that type of splitting is considered as a passive splitting. And same time, payment entries. For example, whenever we are doing the payment part, so document will be posted. On that, we will do the payments. Correct? So according to the document number, the payment amount will be picked, business area will be picked, profit center will be picked in a payment document, and a segment will be picked on the base of whatever original document. Okay. Dependency document is nothing but at the time of reversal. Reference document is nothing but at the time of payment. Automatically it will, we won't do the manual intervention, we won't do. Clear? Then that type of splitting, we call it as a passive splitting. Is this clear, everyone? Any questions? Any questions? Active splitting, zero balance splitting, passive split. Active splitting, whatever we enter, from that only it will get split, right? Zero balance splitting, whenever there is a difference in debit and credit balances at business area level, profit center level, and segment level, then automatically zero balance will be get triggered. Then that is called zero balance splitting. And what do you mean by passive splitting? The splitting will take place on according to the dependency document or reference document. Okay, for example, I'll show you one more scenario for this. Scenario 1. Entry view. Okay, for example, loading charges. This is central. And given it as in transportation charges. 1 lakh. Loading charges. 50,000. So on 1,50,000, 6% will become 9,000. So here, instead of this, I'm giving cost center. It comes under CO module. So I'm giving double 100. To XYZ. Services Limited. Trade payables. So total 1,68,000. So this is entry view. Okay. So this is entry view and how it's going to be updated in GLB. I'm copying this. Okay, so I'll write in the next page. Okay, how it's going to be split. Separate lines, it will be split. Input GST. Input CGST. Input CGST, what I'll do. One lakh. $6,000. 6,000. Okay, same. Now next one. Loading charges. So before that, here instead of this XYZ, it will take it as an what it will take in GLB, what it will show instead of vendor or supplier, what it will show to trade payables. Don't forget this. To trade payables account. To trade payables account. In the same way, second line also. Loading charges. 6,000. 6,000. So total 62,000. Sorry, 50. Sorry, it's 6%, 3,000. $56,000. 56,000. And what it will update here? What it will update? Kindly respond, please.
Trade payable.
Trade payables account. And every cost center will have a business area. Okay. So automatically business area will be updated. Every cost center will have a, for example, it will pick PHYD. And every cost center have a business area. And as well as a profit center also. Cost center will be linked to profit center. Sorry, profit center will be linked to in CO module to cost centers. Automatically, the cost centers will be linked to profit centers. That is nothing but P1000. And segments are linked to, sorry, profit center. Clear? The same will be updated. Okay, cost center will be on debit line. See, it's input GST, input SGST is not a cost. So that's the reason it will update it to only the expenditure account. The cost center will be updated. That we will discuss in CO module. Okay. Okay. Just write it down. Why it is zero balance is not splitting in this particular scenario? Why zero balance is not splitting? Because see here it is 1,000, 1,100. because it's not a debit and credit, it's on the same line, both the debit lines only. If it is debit and credits are not equal, then only it will be zero balance will be get trigger. Clear? Yes, no.
Naveen, can you show entry view?
Yeah, sure. Can I put everything on the same? Then that would be easy for you to understand.
Okay. Clear? So cost center will be derived from business area. In GLB automatic, in entryway, we are not giving any business areas, nor profit centers, nor segment. Clear? And this particular transaction we are going to see in CC module. Sorry, CO module, the cost center accounting. See, normally if you post one entry, you won't give all this step. You will give profit purchase order, you will give after simulation. You can see in there is after like in MI FB03, you can view. Okay. If you want me to give the arrows, then I need some space here. So here, how it's going to be picked. See, in CO model, everything will be picked from cost center only. So your business area will be picked from cost center, and your profit center will be picked from cost center. Okay, space is the constraint here. And your what we call segment will pick from profit center. Okay, so here. So in CO module, everything will be picked from cost center, your profit center, your business area, and from profit center, the segment will be picked.
Naveen, we don't have configuration part for this.
Sorry.
Configuration.
We have a configuration. Without configuration, we won't do anything. Because first we need to understand the literature, right?
Yeah.
So the same configuration we are going to do now.
Okay.
So first you need to understand what is the difference between how many types of splittings, how the entry is going to split after posting. That we need to understand, then only we can do the configuration. Hope you got my point.
Yeah, Naveen.
In FI module, the business, only we need to define the business area, the profit center. Okay, then we don't define segment. Segment will be picked from business profit center. But in CO module, just if we enter the what we call CC cost center, then automatically everything business area, profit center will be triggered from your cost center. That's what I want to say here. Any other questions? Mostly the configuration part will start from tomorrow. The active passive splitting configuration will start from tomorrow. If we understand the literature part, then the configuration will not be a challenge. Only the navigation and transaction code we need to remember. Because we need to explain the client how it's going to be trigger and all. Because the client, if you are in implementation project or something, then the client doesn't know, right? What is this business area? How does, after posting the entry, how does it looks? Clear? So that we need to explain him with the giving example. That's the reason I'm showing you these entries and all everything. Any other questions from anyone? Okay. Okay. Is this, what kind of splitting is this? What kind of splitting?
Passive.
Passive. No. This is also on which base it is going to split? On the base of entry only, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if on the base of the splitting happens on the base of entry, then that is considered as an active splitting only. Correct? Yes or no? See, here we have given entry cost center, entry level, but automatically it is taking everything data from this cost center accounting. Means we have entered the debit lines and credit lines, and we have entered debit line cost centers, right? So according to that, the splitting is happening on the base of this. So there's nothing but active splitting only. But we haven't done, this is nothing but your invoice. So as per invoice, whatever splitting happens, then that is considered as an active splitting. Okay. Actual passive splitting, we will see in tomorrow's session. Is that okay, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions before we'll wind up for today?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.